Hello and welcome to another episode of the Access Baseball Podcast. I'm your host, Vinny Masana. Once again, we're recording live tonight from Showtime Athletics in Holbrook, New York, joined by a very special guest, Dylan Schnitzer. Dylan is a senior at Huntington High School, just helped lead them to their first county championship in 60 years. Had their season end short against Garden City in the Long Island Championship, but it was a great season nonetheless. Dylan's going to tell us everything about his high school career, his college commitment to Trinity College, but first a quick message from our sponsor. No matter the level you play at, everyone wants to be at their best. Elite level athletes have a team around them to help them excel in every facet of the game. If you've ever wondered how you can have the same level of attention that the world-class athletes do, but without breaking the bank, then the Vitality Center is your answer. Their team of specialists can get you back in the game quickly and safely and keep you at your best throughout the season. Their holistic one-stop shop approach can help address the physical and mental parts of the game to help you gain the edge you need to compete with the best. Conveniently located in Comac, New York, right off the LIE in the Northern State, the Vitality Center is ready for you. To learn more, go to vitalitycenterli.com or give them a call at 631-864-2784. All right, Dylan, so like I mentioned, you guys just won the county championship. I mean, when did that sink in? Was it right after the season, or did you have a little time to decompress and think about your guys' accomplishments?
Yeah, I think it was a little bit afterwards. We really wanted to win the county championship before the season. We had our eyes set on it. Our team was really good, and it started becoming a reality as we started winning games and going on a run. So right after we won it, it was kind of a shock, but we knew we deserved it. But after when we started celebrating with the coaches and the team, it kind of set in.
Yeah, 60 years is just a crazy long time for any program, and you guys are kind of a sleeping giant. I would say you probably knew a couple years ago that you had a special group, right? Because I remember talking to Coach and him saying that the majority of the roster was actually composed of sophomores in 2019. So heading into 2020, you guys probably would have been poised for a pretty good season, right?
Yeah, we were, even in middle school, we knew that when we were all together in high school, finally we were going to have a really good team. And just as we came up through freshman, sophomore year, we all bonded really well. And our practices and games, when we were young, we weren't great when we were young, but we knew as we were maturing and getting older, we were going to be good. And just as we went into that COVID season, we knew it was going to get cut short, so we wanted to make the most of our last season together.
And now going into the Long Island Championship, such a tough thing to prepare for because you guys have all the excitement, all the adrenaline, you're riding high, you're coming off a county championship, and now you got to face a team that you're not familiar with at all. So talk a little bit about the preparation of what you guys can try to learn about your opponent, in this case Garden City, going into a Long Island Championship.
Yeah, we definitely knew they were really good and they had a great season, so we weren't familiar with them because we've been playing the same guys all season, so we kind of just had the same approach as we did for every other game and just played hard and played tough the whole time. It's unfortunate the way it ended, though.
Yeah. And then from as far as the impact guys that you had, can you tell our audience a little bit about the seniors, the 2021 seniors that went on to graduate, the Chris Agretti's and Kyle Calaloris of the world?
Yeah, our seniors were exceptional last year for us. They definitely carried the team. Chris Agretti was one of the best shortstops I've ever played with. His hands were really good, and he was a spark plug at the top of the lineup. And then Zach Gordon and Kyle Calori in the outfield for us just patrolled and came into pitch as much as they can. And then Alex Bellissimo, who was our fireman, we called him because he came in to close our games. He was one of the best pitchers for us all season. So our whole senior class was huge for us the whole way.
And what were some of the challenges that you guys faced last year, trying to accomplish that goal of winning the county championship?
Well, we had an early loss this season against Whitman that kind of brought us down, and we weren't expecting it because we were expecting to kind of steamroll through the beginning of the season, but it kind of gave us a reality check that we weren't as good as we thought we were. So we went back to practicing every day hard, and it worked out well for us.
And now you guys are fortunate to have a pretty good group of seniors as well now this year. So can you tell our audience a little bit about Palmer O'Byrne and the other seniors that you guys can count on this year?
Yeah, Palmer is going to be our best pitcher this year by far, and he's going to have to put a big load on himself because he's going to be the top guy for us. And then the other guys in our lineup that aren't known at all, they're going to have to step up, and their experience through practice and hard work this offseason is going to pay off for them in the spring.
Have you guys started any of your off-season preparations so far?
Not yet, but usually after the new year we start up.
Now, do you feel like now it's your turn to be that upperclassman veteran presence in the clubhouse?
Yeah, definitely. Being a leader on the team is very important because I saw how they did it last year, and stepping up is going to bring the team together even more.
Now, who were some of the pitchers that you faced last year that impressed you in the conference?
Probably Coltrane Callaway was the best pitcher we faced last year. And probably Sean Maletti from Connecticut. Those two were like the big guys that we faced, and it gave us the toughest time, for sure.
And you guys started off that season, you had to face them right away, right?
Yeah.
Connecticut, so it was a good little challenge right off the bat. So who do you guys open up against this year? Did you get a chance to look?
I think Newfield. They had a great season obviously last year, so we're excited to play them.
Yeah, that's going to be a good battle right off the bat as well. So you committed to Trinity College. Can you tell our audience about what it was about that school that stood out and the college recruiting process in general for you?
Yeah, the college recruiting process was very long this year because of COVID, and obviously the transfer portal was a big part of a lot of college recruitment, so there wasn't a lot of spots open. And academics is a huge part of the way I was looking into college, so I narrowed my college list down to the top academic places I could go to bring baseball with me. So the NESCAC conference was in the Northeast, was primarily where I was looking because they have top academics and it's a very competitive, prestigious conference. So I was just looking in there, and as I went through the process of like showcases and the circuit through that way, Trinity saw me at a couple of them and they really liked me, and I went to their individual camp. And just to show my interest because they're a very good school and their baseball is top notch, and just through dialogue and visits and get to know the coach, like it just went from there. And I really love the campus as well and its proximity to my house.
And was it important for you to get it out of the way before the senior season so that you could focus on the season itself?
Yeah, from the beginning of the summer I wanted to get it done before my senior season just to get it off my shoulders, and luckily it happened right before school started.
Now, who were some individuals that helped you along the way get to where you are?
Definitely my parents and my brother, because they've just been with me since I was a kid playing baseball, and they've been to all my games and bring me everywhere.
And your whole life.
Yeah. They just push me in the classroom and on the field just to be the best I am.
How about anybody from a baseball perspective that just help develop your skills?
Yeah, definitely my travel coach, James Labertino. I joined the team when I was just a freshman, and he kind of put me under his wing and taught me all the little things of baseball that just makes everyone great on the field.
Now, you play for Body Armor Titans United, very close-knit team, high-level travel organization, and you guys have been together for a while. So what's that process been like, just growing together as a team and watching each other now seeing their names off the board, college commitment-wise, and seeing their success at the high school level as well?
Yeah, so we're kind of from all over the place. It was hard for us to be close, but when we go in those long tournaments in the hotels and through some practices down south, we definitely became very close. And seeing them all get off the board and like going to their respective colleges is just proud to see all of them go where they belong.
Who were some players that really stood out performance-wise this summer for you guys?
Definitely Michael O'Shaughnessy, who lives in Albany going to Davidson. He had a great season for us and stepped up. And then
good left-handed hitter, right?
Yeah, really good left-handed hitter. And probably Jake Griffin had a really good pitching season for us going to Tennessee. And just everyone together pretty much came together, and we showed out really well this year.
And I should have mentioned, you had an amazing season with the bat last year. I think you hit 475, right? And playing catcher and outfield. Now, when you were going through the process, did you try to promote yourself or sell yourself as one or the other, or was it that you were able to do both?
Probably both, because the versatility that I could play outfield and catcher is very eye-opening to some college coaches, because that's not very common. Being able to play multiple positions just showed my athleticism even more.
What would you say is the most thrilling moment that you've had on a baseball field?
Probably Cooperstown when I was in the home run derby. Being in there with all the great hitters from all over the country, just hitting home runs with them, that was probably really the most thrilling moment.
How many did you hit?
I think I hit 5.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And also, I saw a video. You had a go-ahead hit in the playoffs this year, right?
Yeah.
You guys are trailing, and you got a 2-run hit, so I'm sure that's up there on the list
definitely.
as well. What were those the couple days like after you guys won the championship? Was it like, when you're in school getting recognized, people are congratulating you and everything like that?
Yeah, I mean, people aren't used to in Huntington the baseball team doing well, so it was cool that being like known that the baseball team was good and walking around feeling like good for myself for winning it for Huntington.
Yeah, it was like vindication. I'm sure you guys expected that of yourselves, but it had to actually happen at some point. So, who were your favorite players in Major League Baseball when you were growing up or now?
My favorite player was definitely Jose Reyes because I'm a huge Mets fan, and he just exemplifies hustle every time he played, and he had a lot of swag, which I like to have on the field as well.
How about now?
Now, probably Mookie Betts, just because he has like
A lot of the same reasons.
yeah,
Right?
he's like a 5-tool player, and being like that 5-tool like that, I try to do that on the field too.
Yeah, there's not a lot of true 5-tool players out there. A lot of players can, at moments show glimpses of hitting with power, but to truly be a power hitter and to have advanced speed and have a good arm and catch, it's just there's not a lot of people out there in the world that can do that. How about what's your favorite vacation spot?
Vacation, probably in Vermont. I love skiing, so going up and skiing with my family is like my favorite time of the year in the winter. So yeah.
And you'll be able to do that when you're in college, right?
Yep, definitely.
Yep. And I was gonna say your best baseball trip, but you kind of said Cooperstown. You
Yeah.
would say, right? How about over the last couple years since you've been, playing high level travel ball?
I actually went over to Israel when I was a freshman to play in the Maccabi games, and I represented USA for all the Jewish kids in United States. So that was a great trip because I got to experience Israel, which is a beautiful country, and then play for the USA.
Wow, how long was that for?
That was for about 10 days.
That's quite a trip.
Yeah.
I don't know many kids that can trump that one. How about, do you have any superstitions when you're on the field or on the day of the game?
Not really. I do have a stretch routine that I do before every game, so that just gets my body feeling right. But other than that, not really.
I know a lot of left-handed pitchers do, and as a catcher, you probably have to get used to that too. Guys have some unique workout regimens and getting loose before a game. How about pre-game meal? Is there anything you like to have?
Usually some sort of like steak or protein or chicken or something like that, like Chipotle. Something that fills me up because I like to be just feel a little heavier before the game. Just makes me feel good.
Okay. Most people say the other way around. I'm surprised something light, but yeah, to each his own. How about what's your favorite meal like if you're not playing, if you just want to let loose?
Probably pizza. Just having like sliced pizza is probably my favorite.
Well, that segues to my next question. Favorite place to get a slice of pizza?
Favorite place is probably Giuseppe's, which is in, I think, Huntington Station. They have like a sweet slice that is so good.
How about favorite show on Netflix or any of the streaming apps?
Probably Breaking Bad is my favorite.
Good answer. That's one of my favorite shows. Love it. Favorite musical artist?
I like a lot, but Morgan Wallen. I'm a really big country fan, so yeah.
Yeah, he had the #1 streaming album this year, I believe. And so next year, you're going to be catching or playing outfield or a little bit of both?
I think I'm playing a little bit of both. Just whatever gets me on the field, most playing time, that's what I'll be.
Awesome. Last question. Favorite holiday?
Favorite holiday? Probably Thanksgiving because I like to eat.
I like that answer. Awesome. So that's all the time that we have for today. Dylan, thank you very much for your time.
No problem.
Congrats on a great season. Good luck in the 2022 season. And guys, this is going to be our last episode here at Showtime Athletics. Thank you for tuning in, for the support at Showtime Athletics. Thank you for hosting us. And Vitality Center, thank you for sponsoring us. See you guys when we're at our next series.